Hey guys, it's your girl Corporate Carolyn, and I'm just wrapping up my work day. Still have a little bit of work left to do. That's why you still see the laptop out. But I asked my husband to give us a minute because he knows I have something that needs to go out tonight. And so he brought me dinner back. And for those of you who've asked, what do you eat? Every day, I thought that before he comes back from downstairs, because I sent him downstairs so we could have a minute, to show you an example of the type of dinner that I might eat. Tonight, since he went to this restaurant that has wonderful shrimp tacos, and they have like the little tortilla with it. I don't like their jacama or yakama slaw. So I asked them to give me like pico de gallo, which is actually very healthy. And I put that on the shrimp. And then I also squeeze like 2 limes on it. And if I have some cocktail sauce, I might throw some on there, maybe a little Old Bay or something. And because this isn't very filling, and all they give you, they have the nerve to sell that for $16.99, but they give you the greens. And so I know it's crazy, but I eat greens like this, almost like French fries, like in restaurants. Not saying I don't like sweet potato fries, but I do like the fact that that came with a salad. One of my big staples would be salads. I like leafy greens, but I don't like iceberg if I can help it. So places like Olive Garden, they used to be in my top 5, but they're moving down because their salads are kind of lame. I like, when I go there, I get their fried mozzarella with marinara, and I like the breadsticks, but I only eat the outside of them because it's a waste of calories to eat that inner doughy part. And I dip that in the marinara and I eat salad. So we did that one day last week. So that's one of the things. Oh, but also what I forgot to mention is one of the favorite restaurants I like to go to pick up like cornbread that I put in the freezer to go with some of the other meals I just tell you about. But they have these Whopper Stopper sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes, and I'm a weird bird. Even though I'm from Georgia and South Carolina, I don't like butter or margarine, so I don't put anything on the sweet potatoes. I just eat them by themselves because I don't want any sugar or cinnamon on them. So I'm going to eat my 2 shrimp tacos, this full sweet potatoes. If I don't eat it all, my husband will eat the other half, and then I'm going to eat as many of these greens as I possibly can. So that's dinner for tonight. What did I have last night? I had black-eyed peas with no fat in them when you're cooking, because I like the little juice or gravy that comes out when you cook them for like maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, until they get soft and like with a little gravy-like consistency. I don't eat gravy either. Not real gravy that people make, but that comes out of beans. You got it. I can do that. So what did I have? I had black-eyed peas and andouille sausage that I cooked. The beans I made from scratch. I didn't get frozen or out of the can or anything. And then I have this cornbread that has corn in it that I get from a restaurant, and it's very overpriced. I could have made Jiffy like I did last week when I made cabbage with cornbread by Jiffy, because I didn't feel like driving the 20 minutes to get the cornbread, and Polska kielbasa. That was actually really good, with lima beans, if you can believe it. And again, I don't use any fat, but I get these out of the freezer. The frozen food section, sorry. And then you cook the heck out of them until like the little gravy comes out. And see, I'm big on seasoning, like garlic, onion powder, chili powder, black pepper, Lowry's seasoned salt that has a third less sodium, or maybe 25%, I'm not sure, but that's what I season them with. And so I don't put any meat in them. The cabbage, I cut up like 4 little circles of Polska kielbasa just to give them a little something. And then I like simmer like the lengths of the Polska kielbasa, like kind of cut a little bit, and I sprinkle, surprisingly, Old Bay on them. And then that's really good with the cabbage, the lima beans. I know it sounds crazy, but surprisingly with that Polska kielbasa and that cornbread, it's delicious. So that's one meal. So the black-eyed peas is another meal. Like sometimes I make from scratch Dutch vegetable soup that my mother-in-law showed me how to make, but I use neck bones with them because the meat comes off and it's very succulent. And again, with the overpriced cornbread, I do that as well. And let's see, what other meals do I like? Longhorn. I like Longhorn too. And you can tell I still have some work to do. But Longhorn, they have this strawberry pecan salad. No pecans because they put sugar on the pecans, and I don't want any nuts on my salad. And no cheese. It comes with feta. My husband takes my feta, and they put fruit on it. And so I ask for extra fruit. And then, and then also I get their spicy chicken bites to go with it. And if they're acting up and they're not cooking them to my specifications, I might get that same salad, or a salad kind of like this, where you go to the grocery store and they have the kale and the field greens, and mix it with like a slaw that has, like, say, shredded cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, purple cabbage, all this stuff, and I have this big bowl with that that I fill up every week for my husband to do salads and for me to do salads. And sometimes I just take a big mix of that, and I might go to Popeyes and get their sweet and spicy wings. And so that's another meal that I might do. Is there anything else I can think of? But tonight, if my husband would have gotten this while I have to work, I was going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and eat on whole wheat bread, of course, and eat the sweet potato and then maybe some Lay's jalapeno and lime chips. Yeah, I eat chips sometimes, but then my meal for breakfast, I do intermittent fasting. We can talk more about that later if you'd like. But around 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock, I eat a mix of cereal with 1% milk. That's my first meal of the day, and then this would be my second meal of the day. You got to really fight hard to stay slim in your 50s. And if you remember, I'm 58, and let's see, I think, and then like maybe at 3 o'clock I eat a piece of fruit, like a big navel orange or maybe a cut up Granny Smith apple. Then at 4 o'clock I do a handful of nuts that I spoke about when I was talking about how I care for my hair. And I think that's about it. And the main thing, I don't see my water, I must have put it over there, but I'm a big water drinker, and I'm constantly drinking water. That's the most important drink that I drink. So there you go. That's what I eat. But on the weekends, so you think I'm so healthy, right? I don't eat sweets during the week, but during the weekends I can eat, I can eat sweets, and I like candy and, cookies or cake or whatever. But those are my cheat days. Oh, and during the week, I don't eat after 8. But on the weekends, I can like kind of bend that a little bit. Oh, the last thing, the thing that helps me with the intermittent fasting is like I have some coffee, half decaf, half regular, with 2 packs of cocoa in the morning. I call it co-coffee, and that kind of helps me to make it to like midday. So there you go. Those are all of my eating secrets. Hopefully that answers the question. If you have others, let me know. But I got to get back to work and to my food and call my husband out of the basement. But until the next time, I hope you guys are having a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.